Hello everyone and welcome to Moonride, where we are channeling the man in the moon. So getting lots of Mary, but I'm also getting Jesus too. So I'm wondering if they're working together. And let's see, because I do see both of them. So Mary, please speak first. She's like almost at an old school desk, like she's my school teacher, like your friendly school teacher, the one that you really like, the one that you stay after school to talk to. Mm. She's showing me a chalkboard and she's just saying, look at the potential for learning. Look at all the things that you can learn. This is a chalkboard. This is where it all gets started, and this is where it all ends. You could erase it and put on new stuff. And now is the time. Hmm. So, Mary, can you say more about the erasing? Hmm. Healing old wounds. Well, there are a good many old wounds in everybody's lives, and we keep these very tucked away. We kept them in a place so that they can't harm us anymore. We repress them and try not to think about them. If it feels appropriate now or at any time, to bring some of those memories forward. Just tell yourself, we're just going to look at this for 1 minute. It's not going to take over my life. And only appropriate memories that can be cleaned up are going to come into my brain right now. Sit yourself down on the ground and ask for spirit to protect you. You can do this by saying, only the highest good may enter. You might find that it's Mary. You might find that it's somebody else, and just ask if there's any memories that are ready, you're ready to heal, right? And I'll tell you guys, I often do this with my clients. So just sit there again, feel yourself in balance. When you ask for the light to enter you, it should feel good in your heart, not neutral, not bad. If it feels bad or neutral, you just dismiss it and start again. Great if you got some sage, great if you got some protection spray. Those things really help. There are other things that you can use to protect yourself, but mostly it is, making sure that this is the light. And then ask Mary and say, look, Mary, directly, what can I bring out that you can help me heal? It should not take long. It shouldn't be hours and hours that you're doing this. Just bring something out, and maybe it's a memory. So I get to memories of third grade, and my awful third grade teacher and the mean kids that I had to play with and or not play with, all those things. It's a very painful memory, but I'm not a young person anymore. I feel like I need to kind of work on this because it does affect you. These old memories that you have, they are kind of constantly ticking in your brain. Um, if it's appropriate, and not everything is appropriate to bring out right now today, it might need a long time to bring out, so don't force anything. But if an image comes to you and you remember something that you've kind of repressed, just make a deal with yourself. I'm only going to think about this for 1 minute or less, and then I'm going to ask Mary to heal it, or anybody else to heal it. Bring it forth, see the image, see that I can see myself in the schoolyard, um, and bring that image forth and say to I want to heal this, right? Can you heal it? Mary, can you heal this schoolyard image? It's interesting because she's showing me like all the motivations of the kids that were really quite cruel, and the why was this kid so mean to me? His name was family name was Finkelstein, and why was he so mean? Well, he had his own issues. What was being passed down to him was pretty bad, and it was a pretty bad image that he accepted because that set him up. It set him up for the rest of his life to be an unhappy, cruel, difficult to know person. You know, you might think of Trump in the same way, right? It's that when you really see the things as they are, you see why people are doing them. It doesn't make it okay. So I'm seeing this whole image, seeing some of those people grew up to have regret for that. Right? So I have been cruel too as a child, and I have a lot of regret over it. I did cruel acts when I was a kid, and I can't really get them out of my head too. So I kind of feel like we might heal both. We bring it out, we see this dynamic, and then I'm almost asking Mary to go to the 8-year-old kid and comfort him and to give him some hope, right? And almost to whisper in his ear, one day this is all going to be different. You're going to be living a marvelous, happy life. And that sustains, right? Now I'm just going to say, okay, I'm just going to leave this memory. I'm just going to let it go, let it sort of be healed. And there you go. And again, I very much feel the presence of this all comforting woman. I should even say all comforting feminine, all comforting universe. It's difficult to use words when you're talking about something that cannot be divided. And that is this feeling. One thing to note is, when you're in your mom's stomach, it's all about being one, right? When you're born, you become two, okay? There's always a desire to go back to this unification, and that is a good and bad thing. Some people are always trying to get back in the womb, and they don't succeed, obviously. But it could be a good thing because you're trying to achieve something. You're trying to go back to oneness. This can be done. And it helps if you heal these memories. You can go back to the oneness. And she's also compelling me to forgive those people because they didn't know what they were doing. They were 8. She's saying this is very important. It's a lot easier to get healed if you can offer forgiveness. She understands that some people you're just not going to be able to forgive. That's going to be very, very difficult for you to do because these people have done just atrocious things in the universe, right? But if you can get there, it will really help your karma. It almost erases everything else that you did. So I'm also going to go to me, who was really mean to that boy in school. And I'm kind of getting myself to apologize to him in real time. I'm asking him, will you accept my forgiveness? Will you accept my apology? Okay. Yeah, he's saying yes. It's okay to move on. It's actually not as big a deal for him as it is for me. So understand these components. These are really worthwhile to do. Mary can heal anything if you want. She's pointing out that it's very important that at the end of the session you sort of let it all go. I'm going to just thank her for her presence. Thank her for being there. And I mentioned Christ before. He's kind of watching. He's just kind of watching. He's got the presence. He's just sort of observing and reflecting all of the things that are going on here. Christ wants to let you know that you can use the words that are written in the Bible to refer to him, but you do not need to. The words have been twisted and misrepresented. If you want, you can access him directly. You can ask him to be there. He's also pointing out that I'm no better than any other, religious leader. I'm just a different one. Mary is just as good as me. If you prefer that one, that's fine. Doesn't matter who you go to. If you choose to go to me, that's great. Just ask, and I will come and heal you. You also might just ask, whoever is good, can you come help me with this healing? Okay. Well, thanks again. Often when I'm doing this work, I ask, would you guys like me to do anything on Earth in return? And gosh, these guys are showing me these beautiful trees that we have, these purple trees in Australia. They just want me to go look at them. And they also suggest eating an apple. I don't know why. But often when you ask for something from Spirit, They might ask for something simple in return. You don't have to go crazy with this. You don't have to, go build a house tomorrow for the homeless. That may not be realistic for you. Just a simple thing in return is all that they would normally ask. And that's all they have asked. All right, I'm just going to say thank you again. And we're done. Thanks so much for watching.